Okay, I've seen a few designs where people draw the side of it and extrude it over, right? And then they come back and they say, okay, I'm gonna cut the middle out now, right? Which, it's one way to do it. Whether that's good or bad or what, you know, I don't. I think that's a fine way to go, actually. Um, so this one, make these 0.25. Somebody's messing with stuff in the back of the classroom over there. 0.25. Okay, so they're doing stuff like this. Then they extruded this as a cut extrusion. All right. And then they start joining stuff across with some pegs. All right, I've seen a few different designs here. I'm just kind of replicating really quickly, just trying to show some of the things I've seen. Make this a little smaller. All right, tangent this to this, tangent this to this. Oh, can't do that. Okay, move this over. Oh, I see. It's that constraint. Anyways, no, let me just try to move this down if I can. I'll just leave it there for now. All right. All right. So, oops, should have made that a little bit farther. My bad. All right. So that's just one peg across. But the problem here is you don't have a thing cut out for the loading block, right? So this is a few of you in here right now. You got like this design going and you're connecting stuff across and it's looking pretty good so far. But there's a couple things you haven't accounted for: the string tie-on and then the loading block. So the first thing is the loading block. All right. So what you got to do is, if it's solid in the back, you got to start a rectangle in the back here. All right. This is a few of you in class right now. And I recommend you make a 2-point center rectangle. All right, we're going to get it to snap in the middle here. I want it to snap in the middle, although it's not giving me that option. I'll dimension it in a second. 2-point center rectangle. You're going to want to make this 1.02 inches wide by 2.02 inches tall to give you a little extra space to fit around the loading block. Guys in the back, please, whatever you're doing, stop messing. All right, and then you got to dimension the center of this halfway through the center. For this one, it's 0.75. The top of this, I don't know, 0.564. I guess I'll just make it 0.5 from the top. All right. So what you do now is we'll extrude that out. All right. We'll do a cut extrusion. You don't have to go all the way, right? Just something like that. And that's going to leave me a space to go put the loading block into. However, I have to add some material around it, right? Because there's no way for my truss to actually attach at this point. So I'm going to go back into this extrusion, this sketch 4. All right, I'm going to make another rectangle, but I'm going to do it by an offset. I'm going to make a rim around this 0.1 inches wide. All right, hit finish sketch. The visibility, I got to turn back on. Now I'm going to extrude that outline I made. Right, I'm going to make it 0.52. I'm going to send it in, make sure it's a join. And now I have something to go around the loading block. And then I have to put a lid on it. So I'll start a sketch here. All right. And basically, I'm just going to draw a rectangle. I got to change my view here. View, visual style, shaded with hidden edges. I'm just going to sketch a rectangle right using this one here. Oops, not a center point rectangle. I guess I could do a center point rectangle. I'll do a 2-point though. From that corner to this corner. All right, so that put a rectangle there, and now I'm going to extrude that I just made 0.1. I'll make this a little thicker, maybe make it 0.15. Hit OK. So now I have a pocket to put my block in. And the last thing to do is to start a sketch here. Now you can do this with a point or you can make a point and then a hole. Might be easier just to make a circle. So class is ending, but this is the final thing here. Save your work. I'm just going to make a circle. You're going to make it 0.28. All right. So the screw that's got to go through there is 0.25, and it's got to be 0.51 down from the top because it's a ½ inch down from the loading block, and the loading block is this hole is a little bit wider, so you got to make it 0.51. Finish sketch. Extrude that. All right. Got to get just that circle. Nope. All right. I'm going to turn off visibility of that sketch. Okay, there it is. Make it a cut. Okay. All right, then we can continue on with the pegs. So if their back is solid, you really got to make a way for the thing to go around it. Now, I probably would actually also, while I'm in here, get rid of some of this material in here. Right, I'm doing a sketch. I'll probably draw a rectangle in here and get rid of some of this extra garbage in here. I don't need all of this. Then I'll add some pegs across. Cut. I'll just do all. All right, and then I'll go from there. All right, so you want to take out as much material as you can. I'm going to put a peg across down in here somewhere, something to tie the string onto, and I'll go from there. All right, there we go.